Alright, Maths Nerds, add Jessica Malboy and Chris O'Dowd, and what do you get? The Sapphires. The Sapphires is an award-winning 2011 film directed by Wayne Blair. It's family fun that's suitable for all ages. Who's in it? Jessica Malboy and Chris O'Dowd, of course. She plays the youngest and lead singer, Julie, kudos to Australian Idol, and Chris O'Dowd, who plays the Irish manager, Lovelace, credit to the IT crowd. Also, Deborah Mailman, who plays the older sibling, Gail, who was also in Rabbit Proof Fence. It's set in outback Victoria, swinging 60s, and is a heartwarming film about four Aboriginal wannabe singers who one day are discovered by Lovelace and embark on a dream-come-true roller coaster ride into the big time, and in the process find themselves
Nobody tells me or my sisters what...
feisty. The Sapphires mainly focuses on the development of the characters and their dreams. Along the way, we encounter the difficulties they face, racism and discrimination, different social status, portrayals of historical events, and more, which are all aspects of different worlds. Throughout the film, there have been many issues surrounding racism due to the different cultures. Blair doesn't explore this notion to the best of it. In the film, there is no clear indication to the idea, but rather limited suggestions. The early scene when they are trying to catch a taxi shows one of the many problems that occur due to the fact that they are of Indigenous culture, means that they are turned down.
Because we're black, stupid. No, because we're ugly. Taxis always stop for me.
The humour in the dialogue is also a good indication to the fact that they are used to the treatment they receive. The performance at the pub scene does not truly capture the intensity of the idea. It gives a friendlier version of what was most likely to happen. The attitudes and reactions of the white people is a depiction of what their treatment would have been like then. Even so, the actors portrayed it subtly. Besides racism, the different historical periods are also looked at. The Sapphires does not explore this idea to a great extent. The different historical periods are only explored to establish a limited idea of the setting. Issues and events like the Vietnam War, Martin Luther King's speech, and the Stolen Generation are used to create them. The use of the actual scenes from history were helpful in explaining to people generally what the following scene was based off and about. The two historical scenes proved to be very effective in supporting the story. As well as factual evidence, the actors portrayed the version of the Stolen Generation. This was not depicted to the intensity of the situation. Similar films like Rabbit Proof Fence has a better representation of the ideas of the Stolen Generation. Blair doesn't capture the seriousness of the situation, but being a family film, the significance of the aspects would need to be lightened up. The Sapphires is an enjoyable family film that covers many aspects of different worlds. Despite minor flaws throughout the film, it has briefly covered the ideas of different historical periods and issues of racism. The ideas could be expanded, but either way, this film has generated an all-around good response. For me, this gets a rating of 3 out of 5.